I want to get into some of our Habs prospects here, and I'm going to specifically target our NCAA prospects. There is a few, but there's two of them particularly that we cannot ignore. The more and more Lane Hutson plays, the more dominant he becomes. It's the NCAA. It's their playoffs right now. It's the conference. There's quite a few. It's so weird how the NCAA playoffs runs, because there's like 5-6 different conferences, more or less, and each have their own little tournaments. And winner of those, I think there's 6. Winner of those plus 10 teams that the NCAA decides who could participate in the actual championship tournament. That's how it goes down. So right now we got prospects like Sean Farrell with Harvard and Jayden Struble with Boston University going into their finals. Adam Fantilli beat Jakob Dobes, like the final score of like 7-4. And I think Fantilli put up 2 goals and 2 assists. So kind of sucks. I was hoping to see a future prospect goalie kind of stand out, dominate, but he did get nominated for best goalie in his conference though. So that's always great to hear. But I'm gonna throw out a statistic that I saw about Lane Hutson. So from Habs Chronicle on Twitter, Lane Hutson scored more goals than Makar and Fox did as a freshman combined. He doubled Makar's point totals. He had a higher either power play goal than Makar's best NCAA season. He outproduced Zach Werenski, Quinn Hughes, and Luke Hughes' 2 NCAA seasons. The only thing is he narrowly didn't beat was Fox's 3rd year in points.
So Lane Hutson, the next Cale Makar?
If he's not the Cale Makar, I'd say he's the next Adam Fox. And I love Adam Fox. Either one, but like this kid he's unreal, guys.
Something key. Didn't he grow 2 inches?
He did. He's from 5'8" to 5'10".
I mean, that's kind of big when you're supposed to be an undersized, right, defenseman, and he could still grow. But no, it's beyond those details. He's had a tremendous year. Everything on Twitter, I see more people getting excited about he scores than when the Habs are actually playing. Like, everything's going around. It's going viral on Twitter. It's crazy how many goals or just points this guy's producing in college, where it's known as a harder league to score. So hats off to him, really, and it looks like he's a bright future ahead of him, and I'm glad Hughes drafted him.
Oh, dude, absolutely! I'm glad I witnessed it.
That's true.
The second day of the draft, I couldn't witness Slafkovsky or Philip Massar, but I could have witnessed at least Owen Beck and Lane Hutson and all the rest.
Well, the only reason he went that low is because of his size. So that's why I mentioned about the 2 inches. So that's going to make a big difference, really, if he can bulk up, obviously, to what they want him at an NHL level. But that's why he went lower. But again, size is that we know that in Caulfield, right?
Yeah. Well, we're going to know that in Sean Farrell, too, at 5'9".
That's true.
Well, the size, too, was a question of an illness. The illness he got over shortly thereafter the draft. I don't know if you guys knew that, but he had a bone illness that he was able to get over, and that's
okay.
And
I didn't know it was like an illness though. Like
it was I don't know if it was like an immune deficiency or something like that. Okay. Whatever it was. Again, it was related to the bones. He got over it. He grew.
Yeah.
But, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Barring the Habs tanking for years to come and a golden prospect on defense coming in, I think this guy is just going to be the number one Habs in terms of play, but he's going to be the number one offensive defenseman for the Canadians for years to come. Well, I don't want to jinx him. I don't want to promise anything, but I seriously think that, again, it's not a question of the promise, but what the numbers that you're discussing, this is not any player that's putting them up. You watch the player, his agility is absolutely incredible. So simply put, I think we're looking at the best offensive Habs defenseman for years and years to come the second that he comes in. And size is not going to be an issue.
Ahead of like guys like Mayu and maybe Barron?
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. I think this guy is we are waiting on him to be the number one Habs quarterback on the power play. That's one. But just offensively, I don't think, again, you look at Gouli, Mayu, Jacka is really more of a defensive player,
Barron.
but even and Barron, even if you're looking at those four, I think you're looking at a good balance. I'm talking about a sheer guy. Remember the days of PK Subban grabbing the puck and skating up the ice, and you would hear the gradual roar of the Bell Center just getting louder and louder as he. That's the next guy on the fence who's going to be able to do that, if not better. And I think it's truly going to be a step above PK Subban in his prime.
I like that. That's bold. Okay,
that is bold.
I like that.
If he fails, we clip this part and we should.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm expecting Sean Farrell to sign at the end of his season. Kid is such a fucking good player. I've praised him so many times, and it's crazy to think how he's got 1 point more than Logan Cooley. Sean Farrell is a 4th round pick. Logan Cooley's 3rd overall, and he finished 2nd in point average behind Adam Fantilli, and he finished more than Logan Cooley. That's impressive.
Crazy. I'll wait to see. We'll judge Cooley like when he gets another year, right? Because Farrell was more advanced.
Dude, I think he might be the best player to get drafted. I think he's gonna be more than Slavkovsky, more than Shane Wright. And Shane Wright.
I really wish you didn't say that because that would make me very, very angry, especially that we had number 1. So, I'll let it slide for now. As long as what will make up for it, as long as Lane Hutson turns out what he's supposed to be, and hopefully signs. I'm hoping in 2 years. But if he's good, great. We missed out, whatever. I'm used to it. But no, getting someone like Farrell, I mean, he's had a wonderful year, 4th round pick.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see him with Montreal. I'm not saying the Canadiens, just the organization.
And one more prospect we're going to talk about. Well, not talk about, just wonder if he's going to sign. Is Jayden Struble.
They said yes, right? Or close to?
So look, now their season is done. And I have over here in front of me that the Canucks signed their Northeastern University prospect, Aiden McDonough. So that means, or that kind of tells us that Northeastern might not get picked as the other 10 teams to participate in the NCAA hockey championship tournament. So the Jayden Struble watch is on now. So I don't know much about him. I just know like he's a rugged defenseman. He plays rough. And if
when all our prospects come in, you think he can crack our lineup? I'm not talking about the older ones, right? I'm talking about Gouli, Harris, Jacky.
The depth on left defense is going to be tough, and I could see him in Laval. Why not? Just go.
Is he not a right-handed shot though?
He's left-handed. He's left-handed.
Yeah.
He played on with Jordan Harris. Jordan Harris played on the right while he played on the left.
Yeah, that's right. I remember because Jordan Harris played off wing, right?
Yeah.
But it's going to be tough, right? Harris, you're talking about Harris, Barron, Jacky, who's been a surprise. Gouli, Mayu waiting,
Lane
Hutson waiting. It might be hard for Struble.
Yeah.
Mark my words. Mark my words. You remember Nashville back in the day when they had Weber, Suter, Yossi. They had. I don't think they had him at the same time as Subban. They had Ryan Ellis. They had Ekholm. They had all these guys in the pipe. Whether they were in the pipeline or they were with the team. I think we're looking at a similar situation when Nashville was dominant and they were going towards the cup and they were making that push. I think a lot of what enabled them to make that push and make the necessary trades is they had such a rich bank of defensive prospects that they were able to trade away. And I think Montreal, God hope, Montreal is going to be in the exact same position where we're going to have an abundance. We're going to have too many. I don't think they'll be able to crack the lineup because of the guys who are already established. but they will be good enough to crack other teams' lineups. And at that point in time, you're going to see some. I think you're going to see some really favorable trades coming to Montreal. We're going to have our stacked defense. We're going to have everybody in place, and we're going to be able to go get some damn good players because we have such a great bank. Again, it's just that comparison between Nashville. I think it's there.
Man, that'd be great. It would be great. Or if they could have that depth defenseman like Colorado has right now. Yeah, absolutely.